Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf Noodles, and today we are starting a new Minecraft series, Welstopia Season 3, which will be my second season in Welstopia. The server opened yesterday afternoon, and already many of the members of the community have built their starter houses here in the spawn village. Now the seed that we are using here is the same as is being used in Hermitcraft Season 5. They kept that a secret from us until yesterday when we went in, and we suddenly noticed that the place looked very familiar in some ways. So therefore we'll have an opportunity to play their seed, though they did say that they are reducing the number of spawners relative to the ones that are in Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft shot them way up, but we are still above normal in that. So most likely when I start to get my base, I will be seeing a number of them, and it is starting to get dark here. So I'm going to be heading downstairs into the mines. Now, I have three major things I want to get built. The first thing, of course, I need to claim a mine shaft, and therefore start to collect the resources I needed. I have been collecting some already, but I haven't had a real mine shaft to call my own, just taking for the unclaimed ones, but I really should claim my own so that I have a place for myself. That way I could also set up a chest and a furnace and the like so that I can actually get things processed and start to get the materials I need for my townhouse. And once I do that, then I can head out and find myself a nice location. And of course, you snooze for one moment and everything sort of gets claimed. Actually, this side right here seems to have a few unclaimed areas. So I'm hoping that I can just open myself a little mine shaft over here and start digging away and call this my little resource gathering area. Hopefully I won't be needing it all that long. Now let's see, what do you need in order to mine that? And I do have myself an iron pick, just in case you need iron for redstone. Looks like it, because it gave that. I am trying to use up the stone one for the regular stonework, though. There you go. And I have some torches in there somewhere, and I'm also going to have to set up some chests and the like. The idea there is to set this up as a little locale, and to dig my way through. So therefore, I'm going to start digging, and when I have this set up, I'll be back. Ooh, look what I found. Oh, boy, I'm glad I noticed that just in time. I almost tried to mine that with my stone. Well, that's the disadvantage of trying to... Do they have a larger... diamond blocks in this area or something? Because that was larger than I expected. But, yes, my first diamonds! Only 4? Oh. Ah, hey, okay, whew! The server does have a couple of inconvenient things, and one of them is that there is a automatic despawn of everything every 5 minutes. They despawn any entities on the ground, so I'm sort of afraid that I'll have some diamonds in there and forget to pick them up and they disappear. Because we've got a large number of people here this time, and they're trying to, of course, prevent lag. We'll see how that works out. So now that I've found my first diamonds, let me continue digging and get my mine shaft started. And I built a little opening here, have my chest, furnace, and workbench, and started clearing out a bit down the shaft, and I came into this. I thought I heard some lava around here, and let's see, this is going to be a little dangerous, isn't it? I suppose the best thing for me to do is to continue tunneling and to get this thing lit up so that I don't get a bunch of mobs coming around. Now, in an earlier session, I was hearing some zombies about, so I will presume that mobs can... Ah, there it is. Right there. That mobs can spawn around here, so make sure that everything is made safe. I gotta be careful of this lava here, because that's gonna be nasty stuff, especially considering how little protection I've got at the moment. Oh boy. We've got a ravine here, I think. This is not going to be safe. Oops. Alright. Let's get that. Now, someone else is seems to be... Looks like the next shaft down is going through here. And so... that might be the safer place to get there. So, let's see what's going on there before I go too much further. Here's the next shaft down. I presume somebody owns this. But it's crossing the lava here. Not exactly a safe place to cross. Probably I would get rid of anything I want before doing too much around here. I don't think anything's going to spawn next to lava. I think there's too much light there. But I'm going to add a few more torches here just to make sure. And let's see. Well, I guess it was just somebody mining through here then, and nothing else meant for it. But that does mean that there's nothing special down this way, and that means that my mine shaft is going to be pretty much a dead end. So I have to take that into account. Strange place for a crafting bench. Alright, so I have to think of some solution on this. Maybe I could dig down a little bit. Or... is this a nice shortcut, or is this a dangerous shortcut? Yeah, because this goes right into here, and... I'm not going to like this, am I? Well, I'll see what I can do. Ooh, gold! I'll take that. Good. So I'm getting a few things in here. This is probably not going to be a highly successful mine, but it might give me just enough to help get me started. And that's all I need, because of course I'll eventually get the... What was that? Yeah, I thought I just heard the sound of something nasty, but... Oh, that might have been just the water putting out some fire. But it looks like this mine shaft is a total dud. So I'll just have to take what I have and head over to the main base, select a site, and start building. And here we are at the location that I chose for my new home. This is a 19 by 19 area, which is the area that is allowed for building within the town, of course, because a much larger area, of course, will be allowed when I get to my base and find one. And I am at least 7 from the nearest neighbor, which is here at Crafting Mantis. Now the question is whether this is somebody. So this looks like a path. And the 7x7 area is to allow a buffer to paths, so I should have no trouble here since there's a path there. And I don't see anyone yet in the other direction. So therefore, this is where I'm going to be building my town build. So what I need now is to get some materials and place a foundation there, clearly mark the claim, and I'll be ready to begin. I am back with my stuff, and time to put up a sign to make the claim. There we go. So therefore, I've got this all set up, and now all I have to do is build the thing. Now, I plan to build 17 by 17. That gives us an outer lining of 1, which could be for overhangs and also for some stairs up, because I plan to have stairs leading up 1 level and have the whole thing actually 1 level high. So I will start by clearing out all the grass, which may come in handy later for the seeds. And figure out the type of foundation to use for everything. I do want to make this a little bit level, because if it's nice and level, at least I'll have some oxide daisies. I remember having some trouble getting those last season. There we go. Make sure I pick everything up, because we automatically despawn everything that's on the ground after each 5 minutes, which we're already discovering is super annoying. Let's get a lot of stuff in there so that if I get blown up by a creeper, it won't be a major loss. There you go. Now that's done, let's start to get our foundation here. And first thing I want to do is to clear out some of this stuff. So I'll be needing a shovel. That's gravel. I certainly won't be. I wonder if there's any sand around, because it would be really nice if I have some concrete. And I remember first thinking that the big part of getting concrete would be gravel, and here I have a full stack of gravel and I don't have a single bit of sand at all. But I could worry about the concrete later, because right now I want sort of the skeleton of the whole thing. And speaking of the skeleton of the whole thing, bone blocks. We have a skeleton spawner at the base, at the main community area. So therefore, 15. That's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time at the skeleton spawner if that's going to be useful. But I'm sure I'll come up with something for that. Right now, let us start with a base made of cobble. Oh boy, that shows you how easily I'm distracted. The entire thing I wanted to do in the first place was to get some cobble so I can make a shovel. Well, maybe iron will make a better one, but this will do for now. And what I want to do is I want to fill in, well, I want to level this down to the level of everything else. Plus, Really? I've wanted some sand. Ask and ye shall receive. Assuming I don't get myself drowned while attempting to harvest it. But that's certainly not going to be nearly enough. But it's a start. How's the sun doing right now? Alright, good. Now, let's fill in this area. Because that's the reason why I took that dirt in the first place, is to do a little redistributing. And that'll do for there. Good. Now, I'm going to start the base out of cobble, but in the long run, I'm going to be wanting, at least on the outer part, a better looking material. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by going all the way on the outer part, which is strange because of course it's the outer part that's going to be visible. That's definitely going to be replaced at the end, probably with something that's actually maybe cobble isn't too bad of an idea. We'll start with that and go all the way. And I have to do some moving of torches, good. But at least we'll get a start of this whole thing. You get the idea. So therefore we'll start with this, and then we'll plan the layout of the floor and the walls. Actually, where the cobble is right now is where the first wall is going to be. That's going to be the outer wall to the whole thing. And then therefore we're going to start with the floor pattern. And I'm going to have 4 rooms here, 1 in each of the corner, and then 4 pathways getting to the middle, and then sort of a middle shrine-like thing. This is going to be a little bit of a shrine that I'm going to have here. And let's see how it works. Fortunately, I'm not starting the spruce counter until I get to my real base. And so, the fact that I went 1 too far on this end, because I'm supposed to be going 1 inside of the block and not at the block. So let's get this right. And get that done. And now things should be proper. 1, 2, 3, 4. His idea there is I'm going to have some 5 by 5 squares on the outside, and then the 3 wide in the center. That's the current plan, so let's make sure that this works on this side too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the wall. And then 1, 2, 3, and here we go, and this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's good. We could drop, we'll put a torch right there. Wait, oh yeah, that's the quarter, so that one goes there, yes. Good. Drop one into the center of each of the squares, so that at least things don't look too spamish. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and good, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the extra one, and that should give us our pattern. Oops, almost got our pattern because we need one on this end. Now what we're going to do is that each of these sections is going to have a single entryway, and right side or left side. I think the plan was to do it on the left side, so therefore We have an entrance here, there. Actually, this is the foundation, so therefore we won't be opening that up. That's going to be open up on that side. So therefore, here's our foundation where the walls are going to be. And here's a dead center. So therefore, that's how everything is going to play out. Good. Good. Maybe actually throw in a few extra here on the wall for now. And that tells us where everything is going to go, so we can actually be ready to build when we come back for the next episode, where we can actually make our floors. As the first step is to make our floors, and then also then to start building the walls. But for that, of course, I'm going to need some more materials, because we want to be able to have enough for all the floors and for all the walls. So I'll go and collect those, and we'll resume this project in the next episode of Pineleaf Minecraft Welstopia Season 3.